morning.
Good morning. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Welcome to the StartupCab. Where can I take you?
Take me to Kista Messen.
Okay. You're going to Tech Days.
We're going to Tech Days, yes.
So, normally StartupCab drives entrepreneurs from startups, but you're not really working at a startup, are you?
No, I work at a former startup, I would say. I work at Microsoft Corporation.
Microsoft Corporation,
yes.
Okay. And what is your role? Because you are involved in product development.
I am. I work on messaging at Microsoft, and we own a number of infrastructure pieces that are core to the Azure cloud platform. So a lot of startups are using our technology. So we have, for instance, Event Hubs, which is for telemetry capture into the cloud and allowing analytics on that data, or just storing it, keeping it, which is really relevant for IoT and game development also. We have Service Bus, which is a messaging infrastructure similar to what you would install on premises as RabbitMQ or similar infrastructures. And then we have something called the Relay, which allows servers to be hosted really anywhere where you like them. So it could be vending machines that sit somewhere in an environment where you don't control the networks, but we still make them accessible. So we have a number of components that we build from our team into the Azure platform.
Okay. And your role in this team?
My business card title is architect.
Okay.
Which means I kind of help setting the direction where the team is going from a technical perspective, and I'm also out here promoting things that we do. So that's why I speak here at the conference.
And the team, how big is the team, and where are you based, first of all?
Yeah, so our team is it all depends on how you count, because the Azure team is several thousand people. Our team is I would say about 60, and we're and the core of this team, our team is I would say fairly special, because we have been able to keep a lot of the team together for a very long time, and we are one of the oldest teams in Azure. We started about 10 years ago, so well before Azure shipped, and as a little incubation. And I had run a startup before, and then came to Microsoft, and that felt very much like a little startup. I mean, a well-funded one, obviously, but when we started with the incubation, we started with Relay. It was far from clear that we would be able to ship this, and so we got through the big machine that is Microsoft, and got this to ship. And so we're about 40, 50, 60, I don't know exactly what the number is, or what the right number is, because there's support teams that are around us. But we're
all based in the same location, or spread out over the world? Or
so we have mostly everybody is in Redmond, Washington, which is close to Seattle. I myself am remote. I live in near Düsseldorf in Germany. And then I shuttle to see the team every 6 to 8 weeks, just about, and the rest we do remotely via Skype. So I have a bit of an odd day, work day, because I call this a restaurant waiter's day, because I start a little late, and then my day goes until 8, 9 in the evening.
And I can imagine it's also really important, the thing that you said about meeting the team every 6 to 8 weeks to sort of build a personal relationship. And because also a lot of the startups that I talk to, they have outsourced their development. So, but they are like you, having an architect here in Stockholm, but the team is in Ukraine or Russia or India, but the teams that spend time on really bringing the developers or meeting the developers and working on site with them, really can accelerate their work, I would say.
Yeah, I think having a personal relationship is really important. You need to know the people who are doing the work, because you just can't do it all over email without knowing how people, like what their personalities are, and that's something that you only find out and learn if you're interacting with them. And frankly, the time that I spend in Redmond is usually it's a week or 1.5 weeks that I spend over there, and easily half of that time is I would say social.
Give me some of the numbers that that your service is handling.
We're in all the data centers that Azure is in. So when a data center gets and we're opening up new data centers all the time. So we're in every single one of those deployments with at least one cluster for Service Bus and another cluster for Event Hubs. And typically there's more of those. We process per week in Event Hubs, so that's the telemetry pipeline. Per week we do over 4 trillion transactions in Event Hubs. In Service Bus, which is kind of our transactional message broker, we do 440 billion transactions. So we have really very large numbers that we run through, and we do all of this. And this is kind of that's the biggest deal for us, as it is for all the other Azure services, and that's the biggest area of improvement. We do this with a reliability of 99.999%. So 5 nines.
When your team decides to build a new feature, and you come to the point that it's about to ship it, how do you like ship regularly every week new releases, or do you bundle them like a monthly release, or how is that DevOps thing happening in?
Yeah.
Like this?
So our team runs the service. There is very little in terms of an operational cushion between the thing that runs and us who develop it. So DevOps for us is and always has been about those who develop do the ops. In terms of delivery cadence, we deploy bug fixes within 12 to 24 hours. Typically, we can do it faster. In terms of new features, it all depends. Some things take 2 weeks, depending on the customer is and how difficult the ask is. Some other things, like we're sometimes building completely new service capabilities, just like the new hybrid connections capability that we just are put into preview. Getting from an idea to preview is we can do that in probably 8 weeks, 10 weeks. Getting from the preview to shippable to an actual service that we then declare as GA, that then takes probably another 2 months, 3 months. So, but we have the agility to go and ship a service that is reasonably reliable now within a matter of half a year.
Cool.
Which is great.
Great. So we're here. It was really nice having you.
Thank you for
Good luck with your session today.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice day.
Thanks. Gotta get my bag.